Pracetās uchuhu namo namah klesha vinashanaya nirupitodaya gunavayaya manovacho vegapura javaya sarvaksha margai agata nane namaha. The Pracetās spoke as follows: Dear Lord, you leave all kind of material distress. Your magnanimous, transcendental qualities and the holy name are all auspicious. This conclusion is already settled. You can go fast with the speed of mind and words. You cannot pursue the material senses. We therefore offer you respectful obeisances again and again. Now this is after the Pracetās have done the austerities, and when they saw Krishna, even though they had seen the Lord after a lot of austerities, they forgot their all labor, because it's like suppose somebody prepares for something and when he gets it, he feels so happy. So when they actually see Krishna, they are so delighted. Kacham itimno api divya ratna. They are feeling so delighted. Divya ratna. The Lord is so wonderful in His qualities. And on top of it, whenever we glorify the Lord, it is not that these glories which are recorded in the scripture, it is from the people in complete state of self-realization. So when they are seeing, they are not artificially glorified. They are seeing that. What they are seeing is facts. It is not some flattery going on. And here the word Prabhupada says in the purport that it is already concluded. That my Lord, just by chanting your holy names and by hearing about your glorious pastimes, we can become fully purified. This is already concluded. So Prabhupada stresses on this word already concluded, because Vedic knowledge is beyond the scope of our research. It is, you can't do. You cannot, within the universe itself you cannot see. So what you can see beyond the universe? When you cannot understand the creator, how are you going to, when you cannot understand the creation, how are you going to understand the creator? As people don't understand this fact. We have limited senses. Prabhupada is to give this example, that we can know about the father by the authority of the mother. The mother says, this is your father. You know, this is the father. There is no other way. So somebody asks Prabhupada, what if the mother lies? He says, then the child is unfortunate. That's all. Nothing can be done. Today they may say that, we will do some. This is an example actually, but they say we may do some DNA research about. But there may be somebody even matching better. We don't know. Maybe that person has died. Maybe he is his brother. You can't know for certain, unless from the authority of the mother. The same way, it's an example, try to understand this point. Certain things which are beyond a capacity of the senses, there is no point in speculating. Sit and do speculate. This has happened 100 billion years ago. Why are you speculating? Why are you wasting your time? You agree, no? Why your problem? Agree, this is beyond your capacity to know. You don't know. The same way, if you do not know, is there a way you can know? Yes, that is called scripture. From authority you can know. If there is a scripture or authority, that can tell us. And then if you apply that, just like in India there was a Prabhupada says, a simple example, cow dung was there. Cow dung is the stool of an animal. That's impure by common sense. But no, Vedas say it is pure. Any other stool you touch, even human stool or some saint stool, you have to take bath immediately. Steady. But if you touch cow dung, no problem. It is antiseptic. Not only that, they recommend you can bathe the deities also with cow dung. We do so much suchi, so much rules and regulation, we approach the Lord. But cow dung you can take inside the altar and bathe the Lord also. Cow urine also you can bathe. So somebody will say, how do I understand? It is already concluded. Scripture says. Now when you use it, just like the Britishers when they came to India, they also found a lot of problems in the beginning to understand this fact. That how can cow dung be used inside the house. But later, when they did 50 years of research, then they could conclude, yes, there is no problem with the cow dung. The same way, we do not know millions of things. Now, at least cow dung you could do some research, and definitely in one sense those were the followers of the Vedas, so you just wasted your time because we are already using it and we are benefiting. We are already using it and benefiting, and it's just a waste of time. So what is given in the Vedas, we directly use them and benefit. You don't have to waste your time doing research. So the Vedas say you chant Hare Krishna. Now how this chanting of Hare Krishna will benefit us, it is beyond our capacity to do research on what you do. Now you follow the process, immediately you are benefited. Therefore it is saying it is already concluded. That means you save so much time. You ask somebody, your friend, you chant it, let me, and Baba, have your common sense. This process will not anyway do any damage to you. Now you surrender to Krishna. Anyway you surrender. You are surrendering. Prabhupada gives a very nice example. It's a funny example. He says, you have to suppose steal. You steal 100 rupees, or the example, Hira ya Khira. You steal a cucumber, or you steal a diamond from a shop, or from a vegetable shop you steal a cucumber. The law is you have to be punished. Same punishment you will get. Hira ya Khira, punishment is same. So when I am going to get punished, so why not root the bank instead of punishment is same. So you steal some money from somebody's pocket, or you steal from a bank money, If the punishment is same, why not steal from the bank? The same way, anyway I have to surrender. And my mind is always proposing, this way I'll make you happy, this way you do, you'll become happy. So Prabhupada is saying, why don't you surrender to Krishna? Anyway you're surrendering. Anyway your nature is to surrender. It will be so nice if you surrender to Krishna. So here this statement is very serious. It is already concluded. Now there was once a talk between somebody wrote to Prabhupada. They say that the science of the Vedas are mythology. That's very unfortunate part. That people don't take any with respect the statements of the Vedas. And they say that it is mythology. So Prabhupada says, what do you have in imagineology? Imagineology. Suppose in a court of law there is a debate between scriptures and the science. Which is more authoritative? Okay, let us have the debate. The first thing, science cannot come with even one book. We have books. Prabhupada says, first of all, we have books. Everything is settled. Everything is, how can you write a book unless it is concluded? You have concluded and written the books. But just as I was saying, perhaps chanting a name will help you. Must have been, my Lord, you created nothing. Concluded. Facts. Prabhupada says we want facts. We don't want this perhaps maybe. But science, first thing, they don't have any books. No books. They don't have a standard book. For 100 people, 100 opinions. So they're bogus like that. Not one standard book. And even if they have any statements which they can put it together, they start with, might have been 50 million years ago, must have been like that, and like that. Prabhupada, can they stand the argument? They can't even stand. There is no position. They cannot give a paper to the judge. This is what our conclusion is. It's not concluded. Here it's concluded. How much benefit? Prabhupada says all the disturbance in the mind comes because there is no conclusion. And the scientists are themselves disturbed, and because they are leading the society today, the whole society is disturbed and confused. And they are telling must have been, might have been, perhaps it may be like that. And here it is concluded. You see how much, anyway you have to follow the authority. Prabhupada said, anyway you have to follow. There was Prabhupada talking with the communists, so Prabhupada laughed at them. He said, anyway you accepted authority of Lenin, I accepted authority of Krishna. What is the difference? And the process is the same. Both of us are accepting an authority. So similarly, with the point of when you are looking at the authority, now choice is there for a common man. He is saying, I one side scripture, here is a scientist. But here they have already concluded, all over now, conclusion is over. And here they are still thinking, might be, perhaps, whom you want to follow? Point number one. Point number two is that not only they have concluded, they are giving you process to achieve the conclusion. You follow this process, you will also see, because in any department of knowledge, in the beginning it is Shabda, later becomes Pratyaksha. You can't see in the beginning. You cannot understand anything in the beginning. You are hearing. Later when you see with knowledge, understand, then you see with knowledge what they are telling you can understand. That's called learning process. It's the science of learning. Now today what happens is that because scriptures, by this some bad propaganda called as mythology, people don't hear at all. So where are they going to see what the Vedas say? Just like I say, I got infection, malaria infection. Now you say it is because of something, some scientist says, but you have to show first. You have to explain first. Before you show, you have to explain. Then when you show, I will agree. Yes, it is because of, you said it is because of this thing, it is because of, I can see it. I know also because you have how to identify. The whole process you have to understand, the whole knowledge about, you have to understand, then you can agree to what they are telling. Okay. The same way, the Vedas are saying something, unless you hear them patiently. Prabhupada says all it needs is patient hearing. That people are not ready to give because of this propaganda. This is the mythology, unfortunate part of the society. Okay, so therefore, the first thing is that already concluded. Second thing, Vedas are giving a process. If you follow the process, you can also see. So as far as ultimate conclusion is concerned, Science is nowhere. They start somewhere in the middle. Just like I always give an example. Somebody gives you a CD and you want to watch a movie. So you don't bother how the CD works. You just play with the CD. CD runs and you see movie. But actually they don't know how the CD is made. In the same way, nobody knows actually fundamentally the fundamentals of questions. How life came, how this universe has been created, what is the purpose of my life, what is the purpose of this huge creation, what is the relationship with God, how do I revive it? Nobody knows. Now these things perhaps might be in the science and in the Vedas concluded. Because looks what the person is after. If the person is after absolute question, and therefore the Vedas begin with the statement, Athata Brahma Jigyasa. You should have absolute inquiry. Your inquiry, Jigyasa, should be absolute. That man will reject science. Because they cannot answer absolute questions. That's all. They are nowhere in that, nowhere near. But here, not only it is answered, the process is given by which you can also see the conclusion. The third, it gives examples of people who have actually also concluded. Success stories are listed. We are reading Bhagavatam. One after another success stories are listed. Now this is the fourth canto we are reading Pracetās. Their success story is listed. Previously we know Bhishma, Kunti, Prahlad, we know about Prithu, we know about Dhruva. So many success stories are listed in Bhagavatam and they are interviewed. What they are saying, it is already concluded by Lord. That's how it is. So nice. But here, can they give a process? They say life came by an accident. Has anybody seen it? Any one of you have seen it? Any success story? We don't have. We'll do it in the future. In the past, it happened by accident. We didn't say, but you please believe us. In the future, one day we will show you. Now you just believe me like a gadda. This is not a reasonable process actually. But here, they say, this is how things are situated. You are not the body, you are spirit, soul, you are servant of the Lord, and the Lord is so glorious. They say that, it is already concluded. And just by chanting the names of the Lord and hearing the glories of the Lord, your life will become blissful. They say that, concluded, you follow the process. And to inspire you, encourage you, there are enough success stories. And here it is. Nobody has seen it in the history. You have to just believe them. And then on the top of it, there is no process. And what do you do then? And when you compare these two things for understanding the ultimate truth, absolute truth, now it's left to you. It's left to you. You have to make a decision whom you want to follow. And no reasonable man will find any enthusiasm. Therefore, people become disheartened, disgusted. They have famous joke. More you study science, more you get confused. In the beginning, it looks very fine, but you go deeper into it, you get confused. Because even the fundamental definitions are in confusion. You don't know. Prabhupada used to say, the mistake is this. Unless you accept the inconceivable potency of the Lord in any branch of knowledge, your study will be messed up. To avoid the inconceivable potency of the Lord, they come up with all those funny theories, chance, accidents, something like that. But here it's very clear, it's concluded, and their Pracetās are our teachers, they are our gurus, they are our guides, and they are saying here, it's already concluded. What is already concluded? That all kind of material distress will be relieved by you, my Lord. Your magnanimous, transcendental qualities and holy name are all auspicious. Concluded. And you can go by the faster the speed of mind and the words. The Prabhupada says very nice thing here. And they also say you cannot be perceived by the material senses. So Prabhupada said, therefore Krishna is called Adhokshaja. You cannot be perceived as a material sense. But if you approach the Lord through authorities, doing devotional service, Krishna you can see. Just like, take an example, you want to see the President of America. That's so difficult for you. First thing you have to gather money to go to America. Then you have to try to get visa. You will not get visa easily. And even if you go there and then on top of it to get appointment from him, it's very difficult. It's so much difficult. But if he wants to see you, it's very easy. You will get a call from a secretary from America. Arrangements will be made, and he will come and will see you. Within a few hours, as fast as just connection. So Krishna, similarly, if you want to see Krishna, it is not easy. And then, if you want to, if Krishna wants to see you, it is very fast. He can do that. And then you say it involves faith. It is already concluded. This is a process. Faith is there everywhere. You are applying faith in everything. You are applying faith, the nonsense faith, life came by an accident. You are applying so many varieties of faith, actually, if you study. So here, faith is there in everything. Without faith, we don't live. But this will be auspicious if we apply faith in the Vedas, as it will save you. This faith will save you. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.